Hey everybody! We are live! Week 1, Day 2 of the GKR Fall Split. 2 matches coming your way today. I'm live, but gameplay. A makeup stream from matches that happened a couple of days ago to make sure you get it here. Tropical Gaming versus Enosis Esports to kick things off in our 3v3 BO1 sets. SB versus Sagato, Inthril versus Endo, and if necessary, Bob the Rock versus Kazutoon. Then in King of the Hill, Jors, Bob, and Titan against Junior, Kazutoon, and Kitassyan. Then if we get there, the 1v1 duel between Titan and Kitassyan. And the homie tossing plastic saying, what the heck, Rich got me started a blank screen for like 7 hours. Folks, I'll come on screen for this one. I didn't realize I'd set the time for 10 a.m. I had some kid stuff to handle this morning, and so there you have it. I was doing dad stuff. I was being a dad, because if you don't know this, I'm a dad. I got 2 of them. I got 2! Which is a lot. It's a lot of kids. It's way more than 1 and significantly more than 0. So apologies for the mix-up. And then when I sat down to get going, I had to restart my computer, and all my OBS settings were weird and wiped, and Stream Deck was different, OBS was different. So it took us a minute. But guess what? We're here now, and we are ready for a phenomenal day of Clash Royale. Let's take a look at the bans in our first matchup. Sparky, Pump, and Evo recruits banned for Tropical Gaming. Same Evo banned for Enosis, so lots of Evo still on the table. Mother Witch, Lightning, and Tombstone all out. So inadvertent lava nerf may be here. Lightning, it's not with a lot of things right now. There is some lightning, but it's not super duper popular. Poison, Fireball, etc. Way more popular overall. Sparky being gone, Pump being gone. So Golem out. We could still see Goblin Giant just as the Goblin Giant beatdown deck. That is certainly possible. We'll see if that happens. But for the moment, those are the bans. Let's take a look at the lineups here in our first match. Boom! Tropical Gaming versus Enosis. And again, this is the 3v3 BO1. So SB versus Sagato, then Inthril versus Endo, and then, if necessary, Bob and Kazutoon. Is this a rewatch again, says Adam Villalobos? Yes! Today is going to be another makeup stream, a rewatch stream. Not rewatch, my first time seeing any of this. I have no idea what happens. But yes, this is a makeup stream since the first 2 days for this were Monday and Tuesday. And I was unable to stream them on Monday and Tuesday. But I still want to bring you some great GKR. That's important. So we'll be doing this together. And Tossing Plaza, did you hit the tracking number I sent? Yeah, I need to double check that and see where it is. But I think it's arriving fairly soon. And I'm very excited about that. Bats bans next month. Very possible. We may see some Bats bans next month. That's totally true. And let's go ahead. I believe we are just about ready for our first game here. And here we go. Game number 1. Let's go. And no surprises here. Lots of minors. Is the Remy Eli deck going to be dead with these balances that are coming out, folks? What do you think? Will the Remy deck be absolutely maher-de-herd? Because looking at those balances, Bomb Tower nerf, Magic Archer nerf, and Knight nerf. Evo Knight nerf, but Bomb Tower and Magic Archer, not insignificant, especially the Magic Archer first shot. See how quickly that shot gets out from the Magic Archer. And now that's going to be 60% slower. How many fewer Magic Archer shots will we typically see because of that change? That's a worthwhile question. And one that I'm here to ask. Not to mention how impactful this bomb tower nerf could be. Hit speed down. Dramatically. Not dramatic, not that dramatic, actually. But when you have 3 pieces, core pieces of a popular deck all getting nerfed. Very curious. SB so far doing a great job here, though. And just not quite able to put it together is Sagato. No King Tower activation yet. No connections, no meaningful connections of any kind. Just some minor chip. And I'm surprised. No, it doesn't go. He was good enough with the Knight. I was gonna say I was surprised that maybe the Miner didn't go to the front in order to ensure that the Executioner turned the opposite direction, but didn't need it. Minor chip or minor chip? Minor with an ER. Oh, some minor. Oh, before there was some minor. I think I was saying minor with an ER, but maybe I should have said minor with an OR. That's a good point. That's a good point there. Smurfblade coming through with the good points, as often does. And that's going to be a wall breaker connection. Well, that's going to be a GG. That's going to be a well played. And that's going to be a goodbye to Sagato here in our first set. So next up, Inthril versus Endo. No surprises to see some minor chip. Now, I have been informed that the stream does have a bug out problem. It might even be here where it happens. Oh, that's actually really convenient. All right, give me a moment to switch over to the restarted stream. Yes, because they had a OBS problem. I'm gonna go ahead and get that all set up right now. Let me do this, and then let me do this. And I'll get us into the fixed stream. And there we go. And yes, Nasid showing that, hey, there's a little bit of delay here. But we're back in business, folks. Let's go ahead and take one more look. And we jump right into game here. And this was, oh, interesting. So, because of the way that, oh, that's really funny. So, because of what happened with the OBS, they did this as a replay at double speed. Fascinating. That's really funny. I did not realize that. For those of you who don't know, Endo, Japanese pro player, or Japanese pro player, who has a lot of experience in the Star Championship, which is a common Japanese competition, but really hasn't played much competitive this year at all. Played on Mikan Booyahs. Let me just double check something to make sure that I'm not crazy here. No, that's normal playback speed. All right, they are playing it in double speed here, which is pretty funny. Hat looking kind of fresh. Thank you. My official CRL hat I lost about a year and a half ago, and it's really been devastating. I have this. This is the World Cyber Games hat from when CRL went to World Cyber Games in 2019. Not as fresh as the CRL. And looks like that was an easy, as long as he controls this. This is really weird watching this in double speed, but I guess they were doing that because it was a replay and just getting us moved on to our next set. So there you go. That was amusing. Oh, here we go. All right, so that was the opening set there. And we're going to be back to regular gameplay, not this weird double speed gameplay. Let's take a look at the lineups for King of the Hill. Jors, Bob, Titan against Junior, Kazutun, and Kitassyan. Of course, you guys know Kitassyan. Been around for quite a long time. And first up, going to be Junior versus Bob the Rock. Junior, also a Japanese player, has really just started, I mean, has done, I wouldn't say just started, has done really rare competitive play, right? Played in a local league, the Rising Sun League back in 21, played one season of GKR last year, and then played on one draft All-Star League for Team Kitassyan this year. But really not a whole lot of competitive play. Despite being around for a minute. Finished this year of CRL with 90 points, ranked 266th. Best ranked season, 131st. Best ladder, 588. Modar Osman says, go, go. That's the only thing he says is go, go. Which I don't entirely understand. But you know what? You go, go. How about that? We've been seeing a little bit more of the zap in some of these competitions lately. It's been really interesting. People may be rediscovering a love for the retarget of the zap. That might be it. Either way, we've seen some fun plays with it. Interesting drill deck here. A lot of drill decks tend to lean heavily on splash, and this drill deck going the exact opposite direction. Very single target heavy. And getting good damage for it. Ooh, and tossing plastic. The tracking number says arrival today by 9 p.m. That's exciting. But how is that possible if it's still just departed in mission? Oh, maybe it's here. Very excited. Jors! Game number 1 in the books. Again, some different looks in this season of GKR. Develop in the building. Nice to catch you live. Hey, nice to be live. Jors, a Spanish player, put up 95 points in CRL this year. And again, also not a lot of competitive experience. Played in GamerG last year. Went into deep, did okay in a Swiss this year in CRL, got top 60, got 61st. Another player just with limited competitive experience, which is really interesting. We're kind of seeing from some of these teams a very different kind of lineup. My expectation here is we will see Shot CALALAS really do a great job today. That's my expectation, is that we'll see a lot. Oh, I forgot to update the whatchamacallit. What's that thing called? The scoreboard? I'll update that in a second. Here we go. Let's jump into... There we go. Boom, boom. Let's jump. Jor's personal best on ranked 89th. 2305. That can't be his personal best. Has to be his. Oh, best rating, I believe, is 3328, which is pretty solid. And that was his 89th performance. Before that, wasn't much of a ladder player. Made top 2,000. But so far, so good. Looking like he's going lava again. Any news on Evo's Rich? Just shout them out. Yes, of course. That's how it works. I just shout things out. Guys, next update, the Kings will get off their towers. And you'll control them like Street Fighter. And they'll fight each other in the middle of the arena. And hope you enjoy them. I'm very excited for whatever it is. I'm very, very excited. Guys, if you like disc golf content, Tossing Plastic Disc Golf, new content multiple times a week. Maybe even every day. He's putting a ton of stuff out. Fireball misses the Evo'd Firecracker. And this Mortar Miner deck, which really was showing like it could have been a Lava Hound deck, suddenly finding itself in trouble. EQ. Hog will get on tower. Not really anything to do about that. George just has to eat 3 shots. Thank you. I do like my glass. These are some of my favorite new sunglasses, for sure. They're very pretty. Last second mortar. That's going to be fodder for the Firecracker to just ruin all those troops. Good protection on the Firecracker. Oh, I thought it was better protection than it was. Never mind. Never you mind. Either way, Kazu 2. Just putting it on. Oh, Kazu 2 is over. I always forget about that. The Kazu 2 is just over. Please make your name be your name. It's probably my single biggest complaint about competitive Clash Royale. And all tied up in King of the Hill. Nicely done. Tossing Plastic, I swear that the Firecracker and Lifeline Machine can wreck a game fast if we don't deal with them quick. That's right. All right, coming up next will be Bob the Rock. Will we see some Royal Giant, do you think? Out of Bobo? We'll find out. Lenny All-Stars for only $30. These are only 25 most of the time. Some of the special editions are 30, but mostly they're only 25. I'm wondering, did Bob? Ooh, Bob might have been a no-show, folks. Because here we go. Let's jump into our next game. I think Bob was a no-show here. Yeah, looks like Bob was a no-show, so Titan. Could we be going to 3? Could we be going to 3? Over's capable of doing it. Over's been around for a minute. Played a lot of smaller competitions as a team player in 2020. And then, of course, as we move towards solos, has been competing quite a lot. Really curious what you would think his best accomplishment is, right? He won a global tournament in 2020. Made top 16 in CRL in 2021 for a monthly. So he's had a couple of flashes. Does have a 1 top 10 ladder finish. Will be interesting with Valentine's what the meta will bring. Yeah, I mean, I really think that a big impact is going to be, well, it's curious, right? Like, a lot of things that have made some of the cycle meta, right? Night Bomb Tower, Magic Archer. Those all getting nerfed. I'm curious to see how much that impacts things. The Snowball rework is interesting. I don't know if the Skellies, if the Evo Skellies buff will do much of anything. And I don't know if people will think that the Ice Golem buff is enough to make up for having a troop that does no damage to anything. Right? Is 2 Elixir for a kiting troop that does some more slowdown, is that going to be worth it? Honestly, I think that Cage might be one of the more... Cage is kind of interesting with its buff. Giant is really interesting with its buff. That extra range for Giant is going to result in some surprise hits people are not ready for. That's for sure. I expect to see some Giant Sparky, Giant GY, maybe even the return of Giant Miner. Could Goizen make a return? What do you think? Could Goizen come back with that Giant buff? Titan just doing... that Fireball was a little bit aggressive, and now Over is going to try to punish him for it. That Fireball was a little extra. NATO does... No, nice Hunter to pick up, and it should be fine. Not able to truly punish for it. Over tried to. Titan playing a little loosey-goosey in this one. Giant Poison is a good combo, says Devlot. Well, Giant Miner Poison, a.k.a. Goizen, was a combo for a long time in the older days. And then Giant has just been such a nothing card for so long. A little flex here. A little BM out of Titan against Over. I'm a little surprised. Don't know if that's meant to be friendly or if there is a little bit of something there. I don't know. Maybe something happened in chat. Maybe there's something weird about Bob not being able to play. Either way, Game 5, King of the Hill, on its way. The most experienced man on the Enosis roster, Kitassyan, coming out. And, you know, you talk about some of those great names out of Japan. Kitassyan certainly one of them. Multiple seasons of CRL for Fav Gaming. And a big part of their 2v2 duo with Kensumeshi. Helped take them to World Finals in 2019. And a Eastern Special Edition Championship in 2020, which made them not making the 2020... Or they didn't make 2020 World Finals. They just got top 8. I forgot that they got knocked out early. They were first rounded in 2020. That was pretty tough for them. Oh, and now I forgot. I need to let me go ahead and change that scoreboard, folks. All tied up, 1-1. Let's go. Where's the Ice Golem plushie? Yeah, for sure. Where is the Ice Golem plushie? It feels like it really should have happened by now, and I'm kind of surprised they haven't done it. Honestly, it's a problem. Let's go ahead and jump into Game 5. Will this be match over? It is match point for Titan and Tropical Gaming, or can Kitassyan send us to the 1v1 duel set, which would be a rematch here. It will be Titan and Kita. Which would be fun to watch. Guys, I see that we have 96 people watching right now and 21 likes. Didn't get that to 40? Is that possible? Throw a couple likes on this stream. Easy, free way to support, to help out, as it helps us get more visibility. Maybe IG will be released at finals. IG. And Titan going Expo here. Wow. They buffed your favorite card. The Ice Golem. Yeah, I know. And an Expo connection here. Fascinating. Expo under lava. I keep hoping that maybe they'll surprise me with an Ice Golem plushie with crunchy feet at Worlds. It would be the greatest. It would be the greatest, and the amount of, like, marketing support I would give that to make sure that it's sold like crazy. Maybe they just get... I mean, they don't really sell merch in the West, though. They sell it in the East, but not so much in the West. But seriously, if they release an Ice Golem plushie at Worlds with crunchy feet, I feel like it would sell a ton. Expo is such a fascinating choice here. And goes opposite lane rather than under the lava. Very interesting. Does he have a big spell here to defend? If he does, chooses not to, and have to kite that on the left. Does get a little Skeleton's kite and controls, there we go, Fireball on those Skelly drags. He's going to take some sizzle here. The Queen comes out, but that's going to be a decent amount of damage. Just like that, Kita has the damage lead. And a huge connection. Massive connection. Again, I hate Expo. I hate playing against so much damage, but I like watching it in competitive. What a weird dichotomy that is. Oh, that's a nice E-Spirit. That's a really nice E-Spirit. Monther saying that Tesla's going to be used a lot after the update since the bomb tower is getting nerfed. Very possible. And now just Cycle needs one more Fireball log. Or is 217 the number? No, yeah, 207, not 217. And there you go, Titan making up for the lack of a Bob and getting the last two to send us to nowhere. That's it, GG, well played. Tropical Gaming with the win. And you got to imagine Titan's going to be the MVP here after that performance. Let's see. Yep, Titan. Great call. Great performance, great call, great work. Titan gets it done. And that's match number 1 in the books. Let's go ahead and get ready for our match number 2. There's going to be a team that I have never seen before. Let's take a look at them. Seam Esports, a.k.a. Sea Monsters, up against the returning French Swat. And I'm really curious to see what French Swat is like here, because French Swat has been disappointing, both in their performance and in how often they actually show up to their matches. So I'm hoping that they do something a little bit different this year with how they actually show up to competition. Sea Monsters with the roster of a lot of it with a French roster, by the way. Hugo, Booter, Hugo, and then Ilion, aka Chetty. That's who the name Booter is that we're not going to see today, I don't believe. Paolo, Newbie, Z Quentin, and Alpha. And you can see there a lot of those guys in the lineup for today. French Swat with a totally different look here. The Egyptian Safe, Money, aka Nemo, out of France, Crazy Hulk, Lens, Ewex, and Kakashi. So just a crazy all over the place roster for French Swat. Kyle saying Seam is an old French team. I didn't know that. So we'll get into our first matchup soon. Quentin versus Crazy Hulk. We'll take off the 3v3 BO1, then Alpha versus Kakashi, and then if necessary, Safe and Paolo to wrap things up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bans. And interesting. Tropical Gaming. Both teams banning NATO. So only one spell out. Two of the strongest Evos in Barbs and Knight, both gone. 3M as a ban for Enosis. And then the Goblin Giant and the Pump both banned by Tropical. So Tropical... Wait, this is not the correct bans. These are old bans. Or these might be the new bans, but not the correct team names on top. They must have neglected to fix that on top. But let's go ahead and check out the lineups. And I believe, yeah, these are the correct bans. So Seam wanting no part of a lot of the beatdown, right? Taking out Evo Barbs, which supports a lot of the heavier decks. Taking out Pump, so Golem is gone. Taking out NATO, which does kill some of the cycle, but also would hurt Golem, would hurt E-Giant, which no one plays anyway. And then getting the Goblin Giant off the board. So really trying to avoid any beatdown matchups. And then who is French SWAT targeting with 3M? There's someone on that team that's a 3M player, right? Pump being banned, though, makes it seem like Seam Esports was also not thinking about 3M. French SWAT, very, very less French, true. Lens from India, yeah. Indian fans always asking about Indian players. Well, here you go. Lens, who got 120 points this season for CRL, made it to top 200 overall, and who really sort of began his competitive career last year with GKR, and now has continued this year with a fair amount of 1v1 play, including, I'd say, maybe crowning achievement, a #2 finish this May in a global tournament, in a draft global tournament. So, hey, I don't care even if it is kind of a goofy game mode, making top 2 is a pretty nice thing. I've never done it, so good on you for getting it done. Let's go ahead and jump into our gameplay. Game number 1, Crazy Hulk and Quentin. I don't know why I always thought that Crazy Hulk was Brazilian for some reason. But the Czech player. I mean, is there more than one Crazy Hulk? Is there also a Brazilian Crazy Hulk and I'm crazy? And Evolt, only 2 matches today. Yeah, there's only 2 matches every day for pretty much every day for GKR unless it's a playoff day. I am curious about the general idea of this deck that Quentin is running. With a Bats Evo incoming, is it possible that we'll see more minor Bats? Smurf Blades, I don't think there's a second Crazy Hulk. All right. I thought Crazy Hulk had participated in more different things. Top 67, a 67th finish on Ranked. Best Ranked season, 3582. Pretty darn good rating. Never broke the top 200 in ladder in our legacy days. Oh, I guess maybe he did on a different account. 46, 67, and 71. So he was capable of just, you know, people on multiple accounts. If you know what I mean. Boba saying I played against Crazy Hulk in Clan Wars, got destroyed. Yeah, that can happen. Z or Quentin. has been around really most impactfully since 2021. I believe his first top 10 ladder finish was that year. And of course was also a part of that really talented French team that we talked about the other day. If you were watching Royale Masters yesterday, Hugo was in that competition, and that No Tilt World's second place team for France really performed great in that competition. And that's probably, if you've watched team events, probably mostly seen him competing for France. At least that's where I've mostly seen him. Quite just having kind of an easy time of it. Interesting Crazy Hulk doing the back corner strategy. And that miner just all over that firecracker. And just cannot get this hog there. 1389, not dead in the water here. But triple elixir miner poisons to be a problem here soon. Hog does take one hit, and bats kill it. Evo firecracker, can it get a decent target? And a good miner. Quentin very comfortable, even under the pressure. But Quentin is starting to slow down on damage here in triple, and we're not seeing miner poison very much. This is going to be a good delivery here, and one good miner poison, if a miner connects, could totally seal this thing. And there you go. That should be enough to seal this game. GG, well played. Did I just caster curse? What an interesting and mature play there. Not to go for the tower kill. Instead, just lock up the defense. But Evo Firecracker could be a problem. Can the hog get there? No, it can't. Hulk making it kind of fun. Hulk making it kind of fun. But game for Quentin. Nicely played. All right, next up will be Alpha versus Kakashi. Let's go ahead and just jump right on over to that. Keep it flowing, folks. Keep it going. Crazy Hulk is a funny name because Hulk is always crazy. You didn't have to put it up. Yeah, it's, I don't know, crazier than normal Hulk. Maybe that's what he's going. He's like, hey, you thought Hulk was a problem. Check out even crazier Hulk. And Wesley saying, high reach is possible. Like, well, it's not called that. And no, emulators are against terms of service. Hulk isn't normally crazy, angry, not crazy. Yeah. So yeah, you know what? I like it. I like the name. Crazy Hulk. Like, that'd be even scarier if Hulk was crazy, not just angry. If Hulk was just like, see car, throw car. And just like randomly, for no reason. That's going to be, nope, Prince does pick up. Interesting to see Alpha come out here with the Luminary deck. And get a ton of damage for it and end of the set, I think. All right. Why is this deck suddenly getting played a bunch more? We saw this played yesterday in the Masters King of the Hill, right? Why is this deck making a comeback? Is recruits part of it? Is wanting that big thump part of it? Mega Knight hasn't even been out here yet. Alpha's hair is wild, by the way, in this. Alpha's hair is wild. Where's Kakashi from? Kakashi is from Germany, I believe. Yeah. Part of the not French SWAT. The 2 people from France SWAT. And that is a very easy set number 1 for Sea Monsters. Good start for them. Very good start for them overall. And here we go on to King of the Hill, where it will be Alpha Paulo and Hugo against Hulk, Safe, and Lens. As you can see earlier, Tropical with the 2-1. So I'm getting used to a slightly different look for the overlay. Usually I'm right in the middle, you know? A little different. Let's see. Let's jump into our King of the Hill here and keep things going. Hulk and Alpha out first. Minor wall breakers. What do you guys think about the buff to the Goblin Brawler? Any thoughts? And to those of you who don't know it, the Goblin Brawler got a 5% HP buff from 1028 to 1081. I don't know what that does functionally. Like, how many more, like, I haven't seen somebody break down how many more hits he gets from which things. It does make it feel like he will threaten Princess Towers a bit more. Right? He's getting a buff of 50-something HP. What does a Princess Tower do at level 11? That doesn't give it another Princess Tower shot that it takes. I'm very curious about what that effect's going to be. That's not that much more HP for the Goblin Brawler. Kaho saying, wait, it's a replay? Yes, we are. This was played on Tuesday. I wasn't able to stream it, but I do want to make sure I stream all of GKR this year. So I'm doing some makeup streams for some of the ones that weren't able to be done when they happened live. One interaction that comes to mind from Smurfblade is that one P.E.K.K.A with Zap might not kill anymore, not 100% sure. That's worth seeing. Oh yeah, are these balance changes that Royale API puts up, are they based on level 11 or level 14? Does Lightning still kill the Cage and the Brawler in one shot? That's a good question. That's a decent question. Let's take a look at the Lightning. And, whoa, this is getting close here. Split pigs. I like splitting pigs here. just forcing a little bit more focus on that left-hand side. Fireball comes in. That's never a good sign when you're trying to do those wall breaker blocks. GG, well played. Alpha not able to get it. And that's game number 1 for French SWAT, finally getting on the board. So what I don't know when we're thinking about this, right? What I don't know is if that Royale API graphic is focused on level 11 on tournament standard or focused on max. Because this says the brawler HP goes up to 1081, and at level 11, Lightning does 1056. But at level 14, it does 1399, right? So let's just do this. Let's look up the Goblin Cage. Where are you at, Goblin Cage? Let's see if they've applied this yet. This will tell me. Building cards, Goblin Cage. Let's open you up. Looks like level 11. Interesting. So that's interesting. So this is going to, that's a pretty big shift. The Goblin Brawler not dying to that lightning. Going from 1028 to 1081 and suddenly surviving. Oh, we are into game. Nice. That was quick on their part. The Goblin Brawler suddenly surviving the light at 1056 where before it was killed. Hey, tossing plastic, not just decent. Great point there. Great point. Tremendous, if you will. Hulk eats one. E-Giant's present to use brawlers now, maybe. But that is kind of a significant thing for the Goblin Cage. Oh, and not quite getting the play he wanted there, Paolo. Don't worry, Devlop, that's what I'm here for. To pick you up when you fall. That wall breaker's gonna hit. Man, Hulk is just chewing on these. He does have nice little dual lane pressure here as we go past halfway in our opening 3, but he's playing kind of crazy. Shocker. You know what I mean? Can you believe it? It is nice to see the Lumberjack getting some play again as of late. Lumberjack went through a period of pretty much disappearing. That's a good poison. You want that Mother Witch gone, but this is going to be a hard push to fully control, as some of these recruits should get away. And then the really excellent pressure from from Hulk to go ahead and try to get the Skelly Drags out and force out an early use of the Evo recruits. I don't know if the Evo recruits were the best play he had. I think he could have controlled the Skelly Dragons a different way. Six elixir to control 4 and not get much the opposite direction is kind of a loss there. Wall breakers again. Can Crazy Hulk stop wall breakers ever? Finally, he gets one. Sluggish Crow saying, I've never seen Ram Rider get competitive before. I've seen similar, but this is a little bit different. Mayate saying Bomb Tower 2 OP, well-deserved nerf incoming. Maybe. Yeah, it's not a crazy. It's like the attacks. I like that they nerfed its attack speed a bit. That's nice. Here we go. Will these Evo recruits be able to do much of anything? They're gonna get ruined by this Mother Witch. The high poison on the Mother Witch is a good idea. it just kind of feels like Paolo is one mistake away from this lead swinging the opposite direction. And there he goes, controlling the Skelly Drags with a Miner instead. And he should... Oh, does not get the point. He goes poison to the left lane. Mother Witch goes to the right. Spears to defend. Miner comes out on the Mother Witch. He's going to kite the Skeleton Dragons, but they're going to get away, and this Ram Rider is dangerous. He has Bomb Tower, plays the Bomb Tower high. One Skelly Drag does get on tower, though. And now pressure still from Crazy Hulk. 35 seconds left. Mother Witch tries to snipe in the middle, doesn't get it. Was maybe hoping to get bats, I think. The Heal Spirit and the Lumberjack. Will that keep the Mother Witch up? Force the Log to play instead. We should see a Ram Rider to the left here. No, goes with the Evo recruits. Does Ram Rider come behind all of this? I thought he was going to try to beat out. Goes Ram Rider to the right instead here. Miner to pull, or Miner to control and get in the middle. Fireball down. 8-16. Can that Ram Rider escape? That Ram Rider, can she do it? She does! The Ram Rider does it! Crazy Hulk comes out with a last-second touch and gets the 2-0 to start off this King of the Hill. Nicely done. And I realized just now that I don't have my darn grab a replay button. Man, something happened. I had to restart my computer and my Stream Deck is messed up, my OBS is totally out of whack, and my button to get a replay just not even there. Let me see if I can get that button up and running really quick, folks. Because I would have loved to go and do a replay there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put that there. Let's put a scene. Where's the scene? Where's the scene that I need? Yeah, I want to replace that action. And let's go to replay. Got it. All right, I will get replays back. Man, it's weird. Only, by the way, my other Stream Deck pages are all normal. Only my GKR Stream Deck setup got ruined. Who knows? Who knows? But let's go ahead and see if Crazy Hulk can finish off this King of the Hill sweep against against Hugo. He'll be up against Hugo. Can you do it, Crazy Hulk? How crazy are you? How crazy do you think Crazy Hulk is? How crazy do you think he really is? Is he crazy enough to win this? Well, he's crazy enough to get a huge connection. Let's see if my... Oh, that was the wrong button. It wasn't the grab replay button. It was the... Oh, silly me. Hold on. I need to trash that. That was the turn on replay buffer button. I need to replay buffer save. There we go. Gosh darn it. What the heck? Come on. What in the world? Where do you rank the recruits' noise in annoying noises? It's actually kind of shockingly annoying to me. I didn't expect the recruits' noise to be that grating, but I actually legit kind of hate it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think it is no bueno. You love the charge noise. It's just like when it I guess it just when it happens, it's kind of annoying, right? It's just like it's 6 of them. Crazy Hulk might be about to do this though. And that Ram Rider just goes, slices through. Look at all those troops. Look at all those troops. That's so many. And Crazy Hulk with a crazy performance. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to the 3rd and final set there, where Lens will have to carry against Hugo. That will be interesting. Let's go ahead and update our scoreboard here, folks. 1-1. Phoenix more annoying. Facts. Phoenix more annoying is facts. Very true. Phoenix more annoying and, but I'm the queen. Super annoying. What's your least favorite BM? Whenever anyone that's happening to me. I gotta think about that one. Let me think about that. Show your eye sockets now. Dude, I'm embarrassed about not having any eyeballs. It's very weird looking. Regular Hope just seems boring now. The bar's been raised. The ball's in Marvel's court. Dude, I would see you could kind of see Crazy Hulk in Old Man Logan, right? Because Hulk has actually gone insane and has a bunch of like, or is Hulk still alive in Old Man Logan, or is it just all of his weird offspring? You know what I mean? I think Hulk's still alive in Old Man Logan, but also I know he has all that ridiculous redneck offspring. But yeah, Phoenix is the worst, especially when there was so much Phoenix everywhere. When Barba evolution, if they evolve it into not existent anymore, because hate the Barb Hut. What did you have for dinner? Last night, I just had some leftovers because it was kind of a crazy day. Nothing good. Nothing amazing. Just reheated some, egg casserole or something. Let's go into our final set. The 1v1 duel mode. Oh, I thought we were actually going right in there. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Boom. 1v1 duel. No bans active here, so because it is duel mode, which inherently does ban cards. So all the cards that were banned before are available. And we'll see what Lens pulls out here in this matchup. Primarily plays a lot of minor wall breakers, like you're seeing here. Really leans on cycle decks overall. So expect minor wall breakers, expect maybe a hog deck, maybe some bridge spam. And we could see lava. And Hugo going with the Luminary deck. Nathan, least favorite BM is the Barb Peck check. It is disturbing. That is true. It is disturbing. Vivek, liking the shades. Thank you very much. Ooh, the bats don't get picked up by the Skelly Drag, so they take one Skeleton Dragon off. That's a nice moment. Although Hugo is going to have to make a choice here. I don't like going in there. You know there's a big spell if you're Lens. I don't like going in with that wall breakers there. You know that Hugo is probably running either arrows or fireball at this point, right? So why send wall breakers under that one skeleton dragon to waste the 2 elixir that you had from the single skeleton dragon and the 2 elixir of the wall breakers? Split the lane. Make them make a choice if you're going to do that. You think Wizard is worse with the showtime? Interesting. It's a good Mega Knight from Hugo. And now this is a lot. This is a lot. Hugo doesn't have much elixir to support this if he needs to, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Because watch this also. The Skelly Drags are going to turn away from the bats. The bats are going to shred all this. Fireball has to come out, and even though he's not going to get a lot of damage from it, Hugo comes out 2.5 elixir up. Great play. Great play. Great play by Hugo. Develop saying Skelly Dragons have match. I'm going to call it. Not the way that Lens is playing it right now. Not the way this match is being played right now. Right now, Hugo's doing a great job. And Lens has made a couple of not his best choices. Miner goes here, and of course the MKE protection comes out, which is going to give another shot here to the right-hand side. The Mother Witch is a bigger factor maybe than the Skeleton Dragons. We'll see. Mega Knight going to get picked up. And finally a King Tower activation for Lens. Can he clean things up? So far, Skelly Drag's not a factor. Recruits and Gang are very nice for Prince. These big stacks from Lens. Unless he's trying to get the Mega Knight to go there, which I don't really understand why he'd be doing that. These big stacks from Lens just seem like sacrificing elixir. The Mother Witch is really the best thing he's got going for him right now. But he gives up a double wall breaker connection. The Mega Knight value, the arrows value. I mean, Hugo's basically in a Kmart, the level of value he's getting. Costco? Arrows just being saved to make sure those wall breakers never get anything good going. And this is a really smart, a really nice set of bats. Really nice set of bats from Hugo. Mother Witch is starting to threaten a little bit, but Ghost will get on her. And, ooh, Mega Knight goes down. But here's, look at this big push. Prince, Mega Knight, wall breakers, and no way to do anything about it. Just nothing you can do there to stop that. And now Miner should go to the back. Yep, Ghost plus the wall breakers. Wall breakers are going to go through a distracted set of troops, and that was just devastation. That was just absolute devastation on the part of Hugo. Very nice. Very nicely played. Very nicely played. And now thinking about this, right? Lens playing the recruits does leave him some more options. But he also just played Minor Wall Breakers, his best deck. My guess is that Lens tries to play some sort of Hog deck here. My guess is that Lens tries to play Hog or he doesn't. He could play Lava Loon and not do and go like a Lava Loon no Miner. That's possible. But he just played the deck the deck he leans on the most in Minor Wall Breakers, and just gave a lot of spell value over and over and over again. And that's really Hugo's too good of a play. Here's the thing, Hugo's too good for you to do that over and over again, right? Hugo, I mean, again, Hugo's not a top 10, top 20 player. He's not quite that level. But is Hugo a top 50 guy? Right? And you start talking about the levels of this game. When you start talking about guys who are top 50 guys, it gets different. Right? Hugo finished 29th overall in points rank, so match 22 when you take out the top 7 for World Finals. That's a really good year. Hugo's 100% a top 50 guy. And Len's going with Drill here. Hey, Devlop, thanks for coming, man. Happy to have you here. A lot of people, when people drop late wall breakers, they hit the tower and blow up the troop stopped. Yep. It's fun. So Len's going Xe Drill, which makes sense if you're a minor player, right? Drill's so much slower, but there's a lot of things that go together. What spells did Lens play in game 1? Does anyone here remember what spells Lens played in game 1? Because I don't exactly remember. Fireball. Okay. Let me go ahead and take a look at something real quick. Yeah, oh, that's right. Fireball. This was a weird deck. Yeah, only one spell. So I see what he was going for there, trying to maintain stuff for other decks. And look, normally you'd say, hey, good job. You got xAlee NATO against xAlee NATO Bomb Tower against Lava, but that's not going well for him here either. And I don't know. I don't know Lens that well as a player, and I don't want to totally disparage him, but it does seem like this was a tough spot to put him in the 1v1 anchor spot to close out the game. And look, I guess you gotta take those opportunities somewhere. But that's a GG, that's a well played, and that's a very dominating win by Hugo in set number 3. Was it enough to get Hugo the MVP today? Did they make an MVP? I guess they didn't give us an MVP for the day. So there you go. Well, let's go ahead and do a little update here, as that is Seam Monsters with a 2-1 victory. Folks, that's it for today. This was fun. We're going to be doing GKR here all the time. Most days we will be live when it actually happens. There will be some days like this where we're doing makeup streams, and we'll be just kind of powering through them just because of the way my schedule works with the GKR schedule this year. But my plan is to bring you GKR every time it happens this year. So that's the hope, is that we're going to do all of GKR here on the channel so that you guys get to enjoy it from start to finish. This has been great. I really enjoy hanging out with y'all, and I will see you Saturday for, if you guys want to see me cast Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans alongside Clash Royale. I'm going to be part of the Superverse Grand Finals on Saturday, where some of your favorite pros and content creators from all 3 games are mixing and matching and playing all 3 of those games, and I'm going to be casting all 3 of them. So I'm gonna hit the books and continue working on my Clash of Clans and Brawl Stars casting. It'll be fun. That will be, I believe that's going to be a linked in game for you to find. That's going to be on the Samsung channel, and then back next week, of course, with more of the GKR stuff. And I don't remember. Let me just double check one thing on my calendar. Is there do we have the thing with the stuff this weekend? Do we have, oh, and we have Masters. We have Royale Masters on Sunday as well. So if you haven't got enough of me, Saturday, I'm doing Superverse, all 3 of those games. Sunday, I'm back with more Royale Masters. And then Monday and Tuesday, GKR. So we're full on it. We're full on it with all this content and stuff like that. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, most of you are here probably already subscribers. Either way, it's been fun. As always, be excellent to each other and party on, dude. Peace.